Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. Our presentation topic is spooling in operating system. So first, now I am here with also my four group members, and here is the introduction of spooling. Spooling full form is simultaneous peripheral operations in online. It is a technique used in operating system to manage input or output operations efficiently. The main idea of spooling is to store data temporarily in a buffer so that slow I/O devices do not delay the faster CPU. When a job is created, the OS places it in a queue and the device processes it later. This makes the system more efficient, smooth, and suitable for multitasking. Spooling is extremely useful in environments where many users or many tasks must share limited devices. After that, we must know why we need spooling. Spooling is needed because there is a big speed difference between the CPU and peripheral devices. Printers, disk drivers, and other devices cannot match the speed of the processor. Without spooling, the CPU would have to wait for the device to finish its job. This would waste processing time and reduce system performance. Spooling solves this by allowing the CPU to continue working while the device processes the queued task. So, in summary, the main needs of spooling can be say CPU works much faster than I/O devices, prevents CPU from waiting or remaining idle. And the next one is supports multitasking and multiple users, and that is the main needs of spooling. And after that, ensures smooth data flow between processes and the devices. That's all from me. And the next slide will be presented by Rafi Shari. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Rafi Shahriar and the last four digit of my ID is 1054. So now, as we have know something about spooling, so now we will discuss how spooling really works. So basically, spooling works in four steps. Mainly, a user submits a job, then the OS stores the job in a buffer or a queue, and then the spooler monitors device availability, and lastly, the device process jobs sequentially. So let's elaborate on this. The working process of spooling is simple but effective. When a program sends data to an I/O device, the operating system copies this data into a small spatial storage area, which we can call a spool or a buffer. This data waits there until the device becomes available. A special program called the spooler that manages the queue and sends each request to the device one by one. This asynchronous operation allows multiple tasks to submit work without waiting. So now, what are the most important components of spooling? So basically there are four components. One is a buffer or a queue, a spooler which job is to control and schedule jobs, a peripheral device which processes the stored task, and also a dispatcher. A complete spooling system has several important components that work together to manage jobs smoothly, which also includes these four. The buffer stores the data temporarily. A spooler program organizes the tasks and sends them to the device when the device is free. The peripheral device performs the actual output or input operation. Additionally, there is a dispatcher that decides which job should be processed next. So this is how a spooling system works in the operating system. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm thrilled to be here today for becoming the members of today's presentation. This is Jonathan Naim here. Last four digits of my ID are 1179. To begin with, spooling comes in several practical forms based on how data is queued before device handle it. Now I'm talking about the types of spooling. Point spooling. Data is sorted in buffers so the printer can work at its own speed. Input spooling. Input job like card readers or batch inputs are stored temporarily before the CPU process then. Output spooling. Output results are queued in storage before slow output device like printer or displays handle them. Email message spooling. Messages are kept in a queue until the server is ready to deliver them. They are widely documented in OS literature, and I can confirm they are commonly accepted categories. Now, here comes the advantages of spooling. Furthermore, spooling provides several clear benefits: a better CPU utilization. The CPU doesn't wait for slow devices, it keeps working while jobs are queued. Better CPU utilization and faster overall workflow. Multiple jobs can line up in the buffer, reducing idle times. Device sharing. Many users can share a single device like a printer without conflict. Overly job management. Job are handled in sequence, preventing mix-ups. Faster overall workflow. Multiple jobs can line up in the buffer, reducing idle time. It improves system frequency and efficiency. Slow I/O and fast CPU operations run smoothly together. These points are confirmed across stand OS reference like Silver Chart operating system concepts. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is MD Yaqub Hassan. Last four digit of my ID is 1411. Today, I will be discussing the disadvantage of spooling and some real-life examples of where spooling is used. Before we look at the drawbacks, let's briefly remember what spooling is. It is a buffering technique that allows multiple processes to send tasks to a device, like a printer, without waiting for each job to finish. Although spooling is extremely useful, it does come with limitation. While explaining the slide, speak on the following bullet points. Requires a large amount of memory space. Spooling stores jobs temporarily in buffer when many tasks are required at once. The system requires significant storage, which can slow performance or overload the system. Risk of overflow if too many jobs are submitted. In high demand environments, the buffer may fill up quickly. This can cause delays, job drops, or system errors. If the spooler crashes, all pending jobs are affected. A spooler program controls all queued tasks. If it fails, every job waiting in the queue may be lost or corrupted. Not suitable for real-time systems. Real-time environments need immediate response, not queued tasks. Spooling adds delay, making it unfit for applications like medical equipment, live control system, or time-critical sensors. Next slide, please. Now, here are some real-life examples like printer job queues, email delivery system, ATM offline transaction queues, video uploading and processing systems. Printer job queues. The most common example, multiple users can send documents to other printer. The print jobs are stored in a spool queue and printed one after another. Email delivery system, email are not always sent instantly. They are stored temporarily in mail queue, especially when servers are busy or offline. ATM offline transaction queues. When an ATM has network connection, it records each transaction. Once the connection is restored, all queue transactions are processed. Video uploading and processing system. Platforms like YouTube use spooling to store uploaded videos before processing them. The video goes into a queue and is encoded in the background. Operating system like batch processing. Background tasks like updates, backups, or scheduled jobs use polling so that the system remains is responsive to the user. So all overall, polling plays an essential role in improvement, system efficiency, and multitasking. However, it comes with limitations such as high memory uses and is and unsuitable for real-time system. Understanding both strengths and weakness helps us design better, more reliable computer system. Thank you, everyone. Next part will be discussed by Sharia Iman Shakib.
Good morning. Today I am going to explain the difference between spooling, buffering, and caching. The three concepts that all use temporary storage but serve very different purposes. First, spooling. Spooling stands for simultaneous peripheral operation online. It handles entire job for slow device like printers. Basically, it stores the whole jobs in a queue. So while one job is being printed, another can be prepared in the background. This make this makes process for more efficient and allows asynchronous operation. Next, buffering. Buffering is used temporarily hold small amounts of data and hold the speed difference between two devices. For example, between a CPU and I/O devices, it helps to ensure that data flows smoothly even if one part of the system faster than another. And finally, caching. Caching is the all about speed. It store frequently accessed data so that the system can get it faster next time. Like how you web browser pays faster the first visit. In short, spooling stores whole jobs for the slow device. Buffering holds small amounts of data and match speed. Caching helps the frequently used data for faster access. To conclude, spooling plays a very important role in operating system, especially when dealing with slow input and output device. By storing jobs temporarily, processing them and one by one. Spooling helps reduce the waiting time for the CPU and keeps device running smoothly. It supports multitasking and improves overall performance. Even though it has small in limitation, its benefits is efficiency and usability make it a key part of modern computing. You can see spooling in action every day when you print a document, send a mail, process banking transaction, or handle large data files. So, in summary, spooling, buffering, and caching all makes our system faster, smoother, and more reliable. Thank you. That's all for us.